Houston Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee was front and center at the press conference today, in part to address comments she's made about the death of Jazmine possibly being a hate crime. She first said that in a statement on Friday, saying in part, "We cannot rule anything out, including whether this horrific incident constituted a hate crime." Lee echoed that at the rally yesterday that had many of you talking online. Today, we asked her if those statements were irresponsible, considering what we know about the suspects today. We're sharing a larger portion of her response because many of you have been asking for clarity.
Absolutely not. Nothing is irresponsible when it comes to the loss of a precious 7 or 8-year-old. And as many in the community did, they expressed that it seems to have the criteria of that, which is why I emphasize that the intensity of the community is no less, because the perpetrator has been found to be something other than. But the idea of the question of race has been stated by Bishop Dixon and others that we should engage in that discussion, because it would be the kind of thing that lends itself to thinking if this description came in however way from a frightened car full of young girls, baby girls, and their frightened mother.
Congresswoman Lee went on to say the comments made by her and the community were to promote the rule of law and that any violence against children should not be tolerated. Activist Derek Muhammad added a statement which reads in part, quote, "Our objective from the very beginning was to bring to justice those responsible for this death. We are still heartbroken at the thought of a 7-year-old innocent child losing her life in such a violent way. We are no less heartbroken that the person or persons currently charged with this homicide are black, not white." Community leaders are also weighing in on today's arrest. Mayor Turner had this to say, quote, "This should serve as a warning to all violent offenders who prey on our community. The color of your skin, how much money you make, these things don't matter when law enforcement will find you eventually." Here's the timeline of how all of this developed. 1 week ago today, Jazmine was shot and killed. On Monday, a surveillance photo of a red pickup truck is released. Thursday, police released video of that pickup and a sketch of the suspect based on Jazmine's teen sister's account before the shooting. Also on Thursday, activist Sean King reaches out to investigators with online tips. Saturday morning, the tip, along with a traffic stop, leads to an arrest. Saturday afternoon, a rally is held to find the suspect in the sketch. And last night, deputies announced persons of interest being questioned. And overnight, Eric Black Jr. appears in court. And a reminder, funeral arrangements for Jazmine Barnes are set for this Tuesday at the Community of Faith Church. A viewing will be at 10 o'clock, followed by a memorial service at noon. We're told afterward, purple balloons will be released in her honor, in honor of Jazmine and all murder victims in Houston and Harris County. We will be there to cover all of it. Look for updates as they break on the KHOU 11 app and KHOU.com.